Individual voluntary arrangements work well for some people, but it's important to be aware of all the negatives before considering getting one. I want to share the pitfalls, challenges, and what IVAs truly entail. There are 10 things to take into consideration before you take an IVA out. 1. IVAs can still bring some uncertainty. The IVA journey starts with your creditors and they might not be on board with your proposal. Acceptance isn't guaranteed, so despite all your hopes in an IVA, you might face a dead end if your creditors reject it. 2. Your credit score takes a hit. An IVA isn't your credit score's friend. Not only does it pull down your score, but it also lands your name on the Individual Insolvency Register, which is a publicly accessible record, so any prying eyes can see your financial circumstances. 3. You'll have to watch what you spend. When you enter into an IVA agreement, there's no lavish spending. Every penny is watched, scrutinised and accounted for, which can feel draining over a 5-year period. 4. There's a risk of bankruptcy. Failing to adhere to the agreed terms of your IVA can lead to the ominous world of bankruptcy. Nobody wants to part with their assets, so you have to stick to your IVA rigidly. 5. You might have to share a portion of your home equity. If you're a homeowner, you may have to borrow against it at the end of your IVA. Alternatively, your IVA term might stretch out longer, delaying your debt-free dreams. 6. Your financial future is affected. For professionals in legal or finance sectors, an IVA could throw a wrench in your career progression. Also, your upcoming assets and increments might not truly be yours, they may be channeled into the IVA. 7. There's a lasting stamp on your credit file. The shadow of an IVA is long, lingering, and it's on your credit file for 6 years from the start date. Completing it earlier doesn't erase this mark. The Individual Insolvency Register keeps your IVA on record for an extra 3 months after it concludes. 8. Only certain debts are accepted into IVA, so debts like student loans, child support, court fines and social fund loans don't make the cut. It primarily focuses on unsecured debts like overdue utility bills and credit card debts. 9. You'll only have access to restricted banking. During an IVA, your banking wings are clipped, so you only get a basic bank account at your disposal. You lose access to overdrafts, credit cards and checkbooks. 10. Any windfalls you get won't belong to you. If you have a bit of luck with a windfall during an IVA, don't start celebrating because this unexpected cash goes straight to your creditors, not affecting your monthly contributions to the IVA. Anything that's £500 or less you get to keep. So the question you've got to ask yourself is an IVA really right for me? What works for one person might not work for another. If your assets are your priority and you want them protected, then an IVA could be a good option. But if asset protection isn't a concern, perhaps there are other debt solutions like bankruptcy that could be your best bet. There are, of course, some advantages to an IVA. The monthly payments that you'll need to make are determined and based on what you can realistically afford, making sure that you're never pushed beyond your financial limits. This affordability is assured by an insolvency practitioner who works with you, ensuring that you're not paying any more than you can handle. On completion of an IVA, all your unsecured debts are wiped clean. The arrangement offers legal protection, and once it's in place, creditors can't contact you for repayment outside of the agreed terms. They also can't apply for a CCJ, which could escalate to bailiffs. An additional benefit is that creditors can't take specific legal actions against you, such as filing for bankruptcy or suing for payment default. Your insolvency practitioner handles all communications with creditors, which makes sure that you're shielded from any direct confrontations. Bear in mind, while an IVA can feel lengthy, typically spanning like 5 years or even more, it's structured to be an affordable path that shields your assets from creditors. And while it legally binds you, it ties down your creditors too. So no more badgering phone calls, emails or letters. And as for your credit score, as daunting as it seems, securing credit during an IVA shouldn't be on your to-do list. Once the IVA chapter closes, channel your energy into rebuilding your credit score. An IVA is a multifaceted tool. It suitably hinges on individual circumstances. Before taking the leap, Seek guidance from a debt professional or charity. There are a range of solutions, and you might not have even heard of some of them. It'll all depend on your unique circumstances, what you qualify for, and also what you deem suitable for you. They've all got their own pros and cons, which is why it's so important to do your research. I've partnered with a company that can give you all the information you need, so just fill out the short form below. It'll ask you how much you owe, how many people do you owe, and then when you finish it, it'll connect you to them. And if you use a link, you'll be supporting MoneyNerd, so thanks.